The president just can't keep signing presidential memorandums and proclamations every time Congress fails to do its job, and every time Democrats are holding our entire country hostage, picking and choosing which programs and agencies they want to fund just because they don't like this administration's policies. The president is also encouraging Congress to come back to Washington to permanently fix this problem and to fund and reopen the Department of Homeland Security entirely.
So most of America's CSA workers finally getting their paychecks again after more than 40 days as Democrats still refuse to back a bill ending the longest DHS shutdown in American history. Before leaving town on vacation, House Speaker Mike Johnson joins us now. Mr. Speaker, thank you so much for joining Fox and Friends. It is rare that I see you raise the octaves of your voice on Capitol Hill. But when you found out that they weren't going to fund ICE or Border Patrol, you seemed furious. The question is, why did everyone leave town?
Well, they sent the bill in the dead of night. It was about a 2:30 a.m. vote, and it came to us right before everyone was scheduled to go home. We passed the bill, the full funding bill, a CR, for 8 weeks, clean, nonpartisan, no tricks on that at all, just to keep the whole Department of Homeland Security funded for 8 weeks so the parties can work out the differences. We thought that would be passed by unanimous consent on Monday, and it didn't happen in the Senate. And so we've got a dilemma. The outrage, and the reason we were so upset, Lawrence, is because they sent us a bill that literally put the number 0 in the bill for the funding of border security and customs and immigration enforcement. We can't do that. That was the biggest issue in the 2024 election, and it's outrageous to us. Just in those two agencies, CBP and ICE, you're talking about 98,000 hardworking Americans, self-sacrificing people who have to pay their mortgages and put food on the table. They wanted to zero them out. We cannot be a part of that. So we're calling on everybody. Look, the House members are in their districts working right now. We can bring them back on a moment's notice for a vote. The Senate has to do their job and help us on this heavy lift. We have to get the government funded, and they're playing games with real people's lives.
Now everyone is upset. Even Delta is. And this is what the CEO is saying. Watch.
Well, given the lack of leadership that we've seen coming from our elected officials, the fact that we would continue to extend courtesy opportunities for them to bypass the mess that they've created, we want to make sure they understand what they're, and stand in line just like everybody else. We let their offices know ahead of time, and I think they understand why we had to do what we did.
How long will the pause continue for those perks?
At a minimum, until everything is back and running normally, the workers are paid, and at that point we'll decide whether we continue it.
I got to be honest, Mr. Speaker, I don't think they deserve the perks.
No.
All the airlines should follow suit. Right. Why do we have to wait in the line for 5 hours and they get to go to the front of the line?
I agree 100%. The airlines are right. I mean, there are some occasions where members of Congress get escorted around for security reasons at heightened threat environments and all that kind of stuff. But my members don't do that. They don't skip the line. They're crazy. They represent their constituents. So if anybody's been taking advantage of a perk like that, bad look, obviously. Congress has to do its job. The first function, the first responsibility of government, Lawrence, is to make sure that we're keeping the homeland safe. And the Democrats have shown over and over they value the protection of criminal illegal aliens over the protection of American citizens, and Republicans can have no part of that.
When does this end?
Soon, I hope. We have to get the government operating again. As I said, I can call the House members back for a vote as soon as we get something worked out with the Senate. Obviously, we're working on this around the clock. I was up until almost midnight last night having conversations with senators to get this done. But it's a shame. It looks like we will have to do the heavy lift on our own, Republicans, because the Democrats they're obstructionists at this point, and it's really sad.
No, it's really sad for the American people. I want to talk about some good news because a lot of Americans were promised no tax on tips. They got that in the big, beautiful bill. You had the opportunity to go out there, meet with some Uber drivers, and this is what they had to say. Watch.
Hey, how are you, Mr. Johnson?
Good.
I have your delivery right here.
Fantastic.
What was amazing was when I did my tax return this year, I wound up getting over 20% more compared to last year and the year before. And I usually get, very nice return. And I was shocked. Even my accountant was shocked. She was like, I can't believe it. And I said, thanks to the legislation that they passed, the no tax on tips, it's made a difference. I will tell you this, what everybody is very impressed about, and same thing for me, this is a piece of legislation that doesn't benefit you in Congress. It doesn't benefit the president. No, this was done for us, the people, the hardworking people, and that's what's amazing about this.
So, Mr. Speaker, when you hear people go out on the television station and they say the big, beautiful bill only benefited the rich, What do you say?
It's exactly the opposite. The big, beautiful bill, the working families tax cut, was written for lower and middle class earners, for the people who get up and start working before the sun rises and goes home after it sets to feed their families. Bob is a great example. He's an Uber driver. He's going to save so much money this year. And everybody who works in a tipped job, they pay zero taxes now, Lawrence, on the first $25,000 of their tipped income. For the average American that does those jobs, that's about $1,300 more in their pocket. You're talking about millions of Americans. I mean, here in New York, 500,000 people worked in tipped jobs. The Pew Research Center says about 43% of Americans have done that at some stage in their life. So this is real money for real people. Overall, you're talking about $191 billion in additional refunds because of our legislation, and about $30 billion less in withholding. So real money for real people. Every Republican in Congress voted for that, and every Democrat voted against it.
The question
I think that needs to be
is,
remembered.
What are the voters going to say in the midterms about that? Will they hold Democrats responsible, or will they give Republicans another shot? Mr. Speaker, thanks so much for joining us.
You got it. Thanks.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News Patriot today. Click join to find out how.